We know bass are curious. It's not that hard to draw them in to take a look at a lure. The problem is getting them to commit. How many times have we watched a fish get up close, examine our offering, and then swim off? Now think about how many times that happens that we are not aware of. It would probably make us sick if we actually knew. Well, that single thought, how to get a lure to pass the intense scrutiny of a picky fish, occupies way too much of my time. It's not a mystery that often we turn fish away because of too much movement, or I should say too large of movements. So the challenge is to make a lure look alive or enticing without doing too much or overworking it. Well, today we're going to take a look at what happens by using the line slap method on a Texas rigged worm, which literally is using a spinning setup and sticking a finger out to have the line hit it as the rotor turns. It's that simple. Normally I use bait cast equipment with my worm fishing, but the way a spinning reel picks up line is what makes this technique possible. It sends a ripple down the line that adds a lot to the lure. I've been doing this with small swim baits or jig head minnows for a long time, and it works incredibly well. Another key component is using a smaller worm weight if possible. Too heavy of a weight will absorb the action coming down the line. Well, let's look side by side at what happens with a Texas rigged worm with a traditional drag by moving the rod slightly, and then a slow line slap retrieve with the reel. I think you will be amazed at the difference. The footage on the left is the traditional small dragging method, which of course can work exceptionally well. And the footage on the right is the line slap retrieve. Really focus on the tail and what is happening. My goal is to not move the finesse worm that far, but add life to the tail of the Texas rigged worm. I'm always trying to imagine a bass coming up really close and just taking a look. Am I doing something that will turn the fish away? And as I mentioned earlier, that's often because we are doing too much to the lure. Go ahead and mix this into your typical Texas rigged worm fishing. It will give you another option to try on those days when maybe the fish aren't wanting to cooperate. And hey, if you would like to watch a video that goes over some interesting underwater footage and how we present our hollow-bodied frogs, go ahead and check this one out right here. And make sure that you go out and encourage someone today. You never know how you might just change their life. For the Bass Fishing Life, I'm your host, Steve Rogers.